production excellence, and I run a team of people who support all our businesses around the world to make sure that their production is where it should be. So to look for gaps and to help close gaps and drive production to where it should be. So it's a funny story actually. When I left university with my PhD, I applied for 5 jobs, and 3 of them I really liked. I dismissed the other 2, and 3 of them I really liked. And one was Shell, and the other 2 were also big technology type companies. And both of them wanted me to sign a contract that had a golden handshake, where I had to stay a minimum of 5 years, or I had to pay a significant amount of what at the time seemed a lot of money back. And Shell didn't, and I said I'll never stay somewhere for 5 years because I like change too much. So I said at 5 years I'll never make it, and so it's now 20, coming up 28 years, and I'm still with Shell. At school, teachers who saw that I was good at maths and sciences encouraged me to continue to do that. And then, as I told you about this lady I met on a weekend, that was a women in engineering, kind of women in sciences kind of weekend, which was great. That was a really good weekend for me because I saw lots of different aspects of it.
Did you opt to attend that, or were you encouraged to attend that?
I think that my school kind of signed me up for it because they also didn't have many females actually doing science subjects. In fact, I was the only girl in physics, and there were 2 of us in maths, and there were quite a few more in chemistry. So they actually signed me up for it. So that was really good. And then my first ever, on the flip side of that, my first ever boss at work was one of these older people who was like, well, women won't like to do this job, and he really, now we've come a long way in 25 years. I hope that nobody hears that today, and I don't think they would. I look outside every now and then just to test myself, also to see. I tend to only do it if I feel I'm coming to the end of somewhere in a job, where I feel like I'm not really stretching anymore, or I'm worried about what the next opportunity is going to look like. And then I have in the past, I've done that a few times and seriously looked outside, but then I've also been given opportunities inside and weighing them. I always weigh them up against I always follow what I'm going to enjoy. I also weigh them up against what is going to be sort of long-term opportunities for me as well. As I've got older, I tend to think not just one assignment ahead, but kind of 2. So if I learn this now, where is it going to leave me? And the fact that I have been able to progress and do different things, I like to do different things, is actually why I've stayed in Shell. If I was someone who'd always had to do the same job, probably wouldn't be there now. So the thing that I love about my current job is every day is different. I've got lots of different people working for me. We work for lots of stakeholders all around the world. I've got different business needs, different business drivers. So I see the business challenge, the people challenge. I'm not very far away from the technical challenge, so I can help still input to that technology and improvement part. And I always like to still be able to see that aspect of the work. Role model's difficult because I always find there's different people who I kind of admire, but I have definitely had mentors. I've got a mentor now. I came to mentoring quite late, and if I'm honest, that's one of my big lessons. I would have earlier benefited significantly from a mentor. And by the time I came to mentoring, I wasn't really sure what I was going to get out of it. But I really appreciate the help I've had from my last 2 mentors in particular.
And how come you have a mentor now? Is it as a result of your job grade, or?
No, so I started with a mentor like many years ago now, But in my early years, for some reason, I never really took advantage of it, or I never really saw the opportunity. Maybe I didn't realise what I was going to also get out of mentoring.
Yeah.
And then I had a mentor for quite a while, and then I changed jobs, changed location, and he moved on. And then I got a new mentor a few years ago who's been really, really helpful. I still find it helpful because it's always a safe place to go and explore things and ask, well, I've just done this, or I'm just about to do that. What do you think? Is this the right thing to do? External networks I find useful to just get perspective on other people, how they're developing, what kind of skills are important to them, and maybe in other businesses, other industries as well. And also it's always nice to get a bit of a female perspective, since you tend to be in a minority as well. Yeah. Minority, which it definitely is in my industry, I do feel the ability to be able to hold up the lens, put your perspective on the table, especially when you are in the minority, and help bring that diversity into the room. Because I really believe diversity of all kinds really makes for a much better team. So, especially if I am in a minority, which is often the case, I try to speak up. Yeah. My personal experience of diversity in Shell came, ironically, not from the teams where I worked with most women or worked necessarily with the most foreigners. I grew up, obviously, in Northern Europe, and was very much in the late 80s, was very much a white male, European-dominated culture. And my first really positive experience of diversity was having a South American, softly spoken boss. And that actually opened my eyes to the fact that, hey, this is not just about gender or where you're from, also different personalities, and that was kind of when it clicked for me. And being able to get everybody's voice in the room, because not everybody's comfortable. And especially, as I say, he was very softly spoken, very introverted. And I can imagine when he was also younger at work, you would have had to encourage him to the table. So I think, that was important learning for me. I go for it because the diversity of work is unbelievable. I mean, there's such a wide choice of positions and types of roles, and especially in the sort of engineering technical kind of roles, but also, there's the whole spectrum from corporate functions, HR right through. I would say that it's still got a massive role to play. I know at the moment there's a lot of graduates who are thinking it's a kind of outdated industry, but with the new energy change coming so quickly now, I think it'd still be fascinating and still be at the forefront of technology for a long time to come. I would say that the energy industry is not, I think people get mixed up, they think the energy industry is just about oil, and it's just about, petrol and gas and heating the house. It's not, it's about so much more. It's about chemical feedstocks, the whole mix of energies that we use today, the way we use even hydrocarbons, but also new energies that are coming really quickly into the mix. It's just evolving, and it has to evolve.
Right.
I mean, the world's getting bigger, and it's still going to be a big demand. We've got to find new energy sources, new ways of doing things. Think about the climate, how do we look after the climate, and that. I think the challenge is huge, and therefore it's really, it's a really big opportunity in terms of career as well. As you know, we have a diversity policy in terms of recruitment. We try to open up our recruitment to all people and to all sort of cultures, not just female gender differences, but very diverse cultures as well. And in different parts of the world and in different regions, we do all sorts of campus programs, high school programs, supporting and mentoring. In my last job, We had an affiliation with a girls' high school even, where we would also mentor them. So depending on where you are in the world, there's all sorts of programs where we try to encourage all sorts of diversity into the mix.